Wait, maybe this didn't work. Hold on a sec. Is the mic working? Oh, damn. Okay, so basically, yeah, I guess you guys missed that whole intro because I didn't connect the mic properly. But basically what I wanted to say was that I've got two positions for you guys today. This is the first one. I'm going to be calculating on a real board and writing my answers here. We'll just spend 10 minutes on the position and then we'll discuss on chat afterwards. So I'm not going to read chat while I'm calculating. But yeah, I've got a lesson at 4:30, so we better get moving. So okay, I'm going to start thinking now. So it's white's turn to play. Black has just played bishop g7. What to do? So yeah, I'd advise if you want to try this as well, try and calculate at home, and we'll discuss our findings after. Is it really the right position? Okay, it is. I mean, I honestly hate the fact that this position has even arisen. Like, the fact that the knight is still on b1, it actually annoys me. Like, who the hell played this with the white pieces? And why are they somehow winning? Maybe they're not even winning, I don't know. So I've spent 6 minutes, 4 minutes to go, and I feel like I've got my answer. Like to be honest, I don't see all the lines concretely, but I feel like it's the only move that can be good. So even if I don't quite understand the final positions, it feels like it has to be better than anything else. But I'm gonna try and actually understand if there's any problem with it, and maybe then I'll realize one of the other candidate moves was better, but I really don't think so. Like, I feel like this move is really strong. But I might be missing something. And just as I say that, I realize there's actually something I missed, so. And I'll say this every time I do a calculation exercise like this, but I hate these positions. Like the fact that black is like so on the ropes and white is like so underdeveloped but attacking, it's like crazy people chess to me. Like, why would you ever do this to yourself? I don't know. But okay, if I can calculate this successfully, then definitely my boring positions, it's going to be a piece of cake. So I don't think it's a waste to do this. I'm just double checking that I've set up the board right, because yeah. I mean, maybe white's not winning, right? Maybe they're not. God, I don't know why I played. There's a minute to go. I need to make a decision. Alright, I need to make a decision. Let's play a move. Okay. So that's puzzle number one. I'm just going to write down my thoughts and then we'll move to puzzle number two. Okay. Well, I've written down my answer. I'm not convinced at all. Maybe you guys did a better job. But okay, let's do position number 2. Yo, Shay, what's up? Yo, Frizz. Crazy position. Yeah, we'll discuss it in a second. Let's do the other one first. So I'm going to set this up on the board as well. This is position number 2. So G5 has just been played, and again, need to work out what's going on and what you'd play. So I haven't used this wooden chess set for so long, but I felt like today was the day. I've been watching some Gotham Chess actually. Like basically, he's been playing in this closed tournament in Madrid, and he's posting like his game recaps, and I actually really like listening to them because it's very funny. He started getting coaching from Artis Nixons, who, if you guys have been watching this Chess Lifestyle channel for years, you'll know that I actually also got coaching from Artis Nixons when I did this Chess Dojo reality TV show, which was a lot of fun, and Artis picked me as a student. And yeah, we trained for like 6 weeks or something, and yeah, I really gained a lot, but I don't know, it was a bit of a weird one. Like, it wasn't like he was my one-to-one coach or something like this. It was more like we were doing challenges together and stuff like this, so I picked up some info from him, but not like if he was like my main coach or something. And I actually managed to beat him in a game, which was very cool. It was like a blitz game, but still, like, it was a nice achievement for me at the time. Okay, so this is the position. Do another 10 minutes, and then we'll discuss both these positions back on stream. So 10 minutes starting now. So in G7 to G5, okay. Also, on an unrelated note, if Quarkchu is watching the stream, I want to know what he thinks of Toradora, because I'm really sleep deprived right now because I stayed up super late watching a bunch more of the series, and it was real good. But yeah. Okay, let's concentrate. See, these kind of positions, like there's too much going on. I don't like it, but yeah, this is the point, right? Imagine playing complicated chess. Imagine. feel like I've got my answer, again, with around 4 minutes left to go. It's kind of based more on like just eliminating everything else looks kind of ugly. And therefore this is the only move that I can see myself not hating my position. So that's a good start. I mean, actually, I don't know why I didn't realize this move was more or less forced. I mean, I guess I was checking some other ideas, but... Okay, I'm gonna stop the clock and give, just say like 3 minutes extra. And just basically make my move. And yeah, let's have an analyze now, because basically I've only got like 20 minutes max, probably less. So this Katatsu is really nice, but it's a pain to get in and out. Okay, let's go analyze. Right. Let's plug everything back in. So now probably everything's going to stop working again. God. Oh, it's such a mess to try and switch setup like this midway through. Okay, that's... Right. Yep. Okay, you guys can hear me, but you can't see me, and for some reason I can't hear anything either. And yeah, basically all the settings... Oh, that's good. Okay, at least we've got that. Okay, let's turn this down. Okay, yeah, let's have a look at this. Yeah, sorry for... it's not from a book actually. It's some positions that I was sent that would be useful for me to calculate. I'll leave it at that. But yeah, basically, yeah, I wanted to practice some calculation, and these were some nice positions, supposedly. So, okay. Man, I wish I had more time to sort this out, but yeah, I just had a lot of things I needed to get done this morning, and just, yeah, sleeping at 4 AM doesn't help as well. watching an anime, so decisions. Okay, so let me get this. Okay, so yeah, I'll be like 2 seconds, guys. And this was the other one. Okay, let's do that. Okay, I don't know why the camera's not working. I mean, it looks like it's got the wrong device somehow. But it literally should have it. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, that seems to work. I've got like 10 minutes, so let's discuss. There's 30 seconds delay. Okay, let me pull up chat as well. Oh, it's such a mess. At least it was a nice idea. I think it was a cool idea. Right. Let me tune in. Okay, there we go. There we go. God, that took way too long. But okay, 10 viewers. Welcome all to this analysis, and yeah, I hope you had a think for yourselves about these positions. So let's do them one by one. Let's start with the first position we looked at. So in this position, I think like I regret a bit. Okay, let me get some water because I'm gonna run out of. Right. So because I've tuned into chat now, I can't see your previous answers until I go on actual Streamlabs, and that takes a lot of time. So maybe you guys can repeat what you guys were thinking. But basically, in this position, I kind of tried to calculate it a bit too much, like how Dragon recommends calculating, like this elimination method and checking all the pieces. And I think what I've realized from these two exercises is that for me personally, it works a lot better if I try and find the best move more intuitively first, and then start eliminating to make sure I haven't missed any candidates, because it kind of slowed me down. And I was really looking at everything. So, okay, first of all, we need to understand the material imbalance, and we understand that black is up an exchange and a pawn. Basically, that's the material. But okay, there's like some we're threatening to even win a piece back. So this is the situation. So when I was trying to consider all my candidate moves, okay, you can dismiss a lot of these piece moves, probably even this knight and this pawn, because you're simply like dropping a queen. And if you drop a queen as well, then it's all over, right? So that really means that we basically got moves with only these pieces. Okay, bishop we can probably dismiss as well. There's no useful bishop move without dropping the queen. So then it basically is queen or pawn, right? So pawn you can take, queen you can move somewhere. Now the problem is if you just move the queen anywhere, then they're just going to take. And this is not good because we're already down and exchanging the pawn. So we need to move somewhere clever. So this threatens checkmate, so that's one candidate move. This and this defends the pawn. And that's about it. So I feel like these are the only 4 candidate moves. I don't know if any of you guys found any other candidate moves, but this is it for the time being. And queen f4 we can dismiss because of bishop takes e6, and I didn't see a way to continue. Queen e4, queen d5 are still interesting, right? We defend the pawn. But then it dawned on me that actually queen d5 or queen e4, black's got this very annoying move, bishop c6. Like I was really happy with queen d5 at first, and this was when there was like 6 minutes left or 4 minutes left, and I said, oh, I think I'm happy with my move, queen d5, because it looks really tricky, right? Because in some of these lines, basically, you've got to worry about this capture on b2, and this is a little bit annoying. But it looks like with queen d5, you know, they don't have any time to capture on b2 because you're threatening to give check and you hit this rook. At least this is what I was thinking. I'm realizing now that maybe king f8 even protects the rook and they're doing okay. So I don't even know. But in any case, queen e4, queen d5 can be met with bishop c6. And I was thinking maybe I can try and make this work, like bishop c6 and then try and come to f4 or something. But it doesn't really work. Like black can just block or something or play rook f8. Like there's nothing here. So it kind of means that we have to take, right? This feels forced. And this is what Frizz was saying. I thought e takes d7, queen d5, but as bishop takes b2. Right. So e d7 in this position, can they do anything other than take the pawn? No, right? Like if they move the king, it can't be better than taking the pawn, right? Like the queen gets active. This is a good thing, I think, and you reserve the right to potentially castle. Like I assume casting rights are allowed in this position. So pawn takes, queen takes, and then it's like what to do. So I already felt like, okay, this is my answer, right? Because I don't have anything else to do, and then we see queen takes, and then we see. But okay, if we try and have a think right now, like what to play. Yeah, queen d5 as Frizz suggested is one candidate move. Of course, our queen is still being attacked, so we need to move it somewhere. And yeah, it's unclear. It's unclear how to deal with this because I mean, how do we protect the pawn? This is like a problem, right? We're still material down. Like, what do we even do? What do we even do? If we go like queen b5 or something to protect the pawn, then they just take and then take on b2 and it's completely over. So this is why I was really unhappy. I was like, I take and I don't see what I'm doing. I don't understand. So this is how far I got in the 10 minutes and then I had to stop, basically. This is basically where I got to. It's starting to dawn on me. Maybe there's some queen sack idea or something. Like what can it be? Literally, what can it be? So that's where I got to in the 10 minutes. To be honest, they would take back, and I'd be very unhappy because I don't see a good way to continue. I'd probably, I don't even know. Everything just looks completely lost. That's my impression of the position. So let's now turn on the engine and let's have a look. So bishop g7. Bruh, black is completely lost. Okay, I'm gonna have to talk to the person who sent me this position. Unless I was the one who set it up wrong, but I don't think so. Yeah, just looks completely lost. Like, what was there to calculate? So, okay, at least we got that right. We got that right in the sense that like there's literally nothing here. So that's a load of bollocks. Let me just check the prompt again. Just completely lost position that I had to calculate. I guess the question was calculate the consequences of bishop g7. This was the thing. So I guess we calculated correctly. We just said that it's lost, and it is. So okay, that's good. I mean, I think we got it right then. Like, we calculated everything, and it's just completely lost. So we didn't miss anything. And actually, let me turn this back on. Yeah, if we actually have a look, yeah, in this position after ed7, queen e4 was even, queen e4, which is what I said. I don't know if I said this out loud, but I was basically looking at these ideas. I just assume white is winning if it's a puzzle, right? Yeah. So no, it doesn't hold at all. It's completely lost. I mean, I was looking at these ideas and I just saw rook d8 and I was like, that can't be enough. Like you hit the bishop, but it feels like there's not enough here. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, but like actually, maybe this is the line that should have been calculated, right? Like, okay, I'll be completely honest. I saw queen e4 and I saw this idea, but I didn't see that I was actually picking up the bishop. So, I saw rook d8 and I thought black is doing fine, but then, yeah, actually, this is kind of interesting. And this is, I guess, the whole point of the exercise, right? To calculate this line, which I didn't even get close, but it kind of makes sense that, you know, this is actually over this attack. So I guess this is the line that would need to have been seen. This fork. I didn't see it was a fork. That's the problem. So yo, Yassine, how's it going? Life is good. I have a chess lesson in 8 minutes, so I can't chat for too long. But basically, I just did a couple calculation exercises, and yeah, this one, unfortunately, I didn't get far enough. It would have been really nice if I had seen this queen e4 idea to get this fork and pursued this, but I didn't see it. I just felt like everything was lost. But actually, this is actually the best try. This is absolutely the best try. So, yeah, that would have been good to try and calculate. But okay, never mind. It was still a good exercise to try and get as far as I did, and I'm glad that at least I considered all my candidate moves, and I at least worked out that this was like my best try. And maybe if I had more time, I would have understood about this. And I think as soon as I see the fork, then I would be able to take that whole journey. But yeah, I missed that. But okay, let's have a very quick look at this other position we tried to calculate, and the question as well. Let me just double check the prompt. I'm being a bit secretive about this stuff, but I do not have the time to explain why. So, okay, and my internet is just dying. Okay, so again, this is another calculate the consequences of. So this is calculate the consequences of g5. So to me, in this position, material is equal. We've got knight and bishop against bishop pair. Black is weakening their king with this move, but what they're hoping to achieve is basically to get this huge pawn mass, and yeah, this would be really nice for them. And again, I tried to do Dragon's method, and this time there were even more candidates to consider, I think. And yeah, what I was trying to reason in my head was that, okay, if I play some slow move that doesn't meet the demands of the position. They're just going to take on f4, right? And this is going to be bad. Like, I don't think I even need to calculate any further. I think this just looks really bad. Like, I'm the pawn down and these pawns are strong. So what candidate moves do I have? So I've got g3 is one to basically add more defense. Maybe I've got some move like bishop b6 or bishop a7 to create a threat. I was also looking at c5 to create a threat. The knight doesn't do anything. I don't think the rook has time to do anything like rook a5. It's way too slow. And then also we've got these two moves with the pawns. And I don't think there were any queen moves that were particularly to my liking. I think I saw Fritz suggest queen e2, actually, which I didn't consider. I just thought that the queen moves don't really do anything. But now I understand, actually, queen e2 makes a lot of sense, right? Because it deals with the fact that they take on f4, queen g4, and this might be interesting. But having said that, actually, what does that achieve? Because you can't win back the f-pawn. Maybe you can pick up the e6 pawn, but these two pawns are very, very strong, right? So, I don't know, but definitely a candidate, right? And then, of course, like taking these two pawns. So, I was trying to understand which one is best. I don't like g3 because it like weakens my king, just even if nothing is achieved here. I mean, I don't know. Maybe g3 can be played and we just try and take with the bishop. If they take, we get this resulting position, which doesn't look great. I'm not a big fan of how my pawns have split up like this, but maybe it's not too bad. But the move I settled on, just because I'm really low on time, I need to go in like a couple minutes, was f takes g5. And my logic was that, well, firstly, I just disrupt this potential of getting these strong pawns. And of course, there's a critical move you need to consider, like this bishop takes h2. But I really didn't mind this, actually. And I felt that actually the pawn on g5 does a very good job of preventing any like potential rook lifts or queen lifts. And okay, there's no queen f7 to get to here as well. So I felt like my king was a bit safe. Actually, this bishop, it's getting attacked. It kind of limits the queen. And I felt like actually I'm quite happy here. And I also saw what happens after they take, because it looks like they can win a pawn. And now I'm forgetting what did I calculate. I definitely looked at this capture because I thought, this is like critical. Like if they can go up a pawn and like consolidate, then maybe they're okay. But I thought I had a move here. What was my move? I was looking at ideas of maybe taking on c4, right? Because queen can't take, but then I take the bishop. This was my thought. And I thought after I saw this much, I was like, okay, then I want to just play this. So, yeah, I feel like I need to take on g5 from Memento Mori. Welcome, Memento Mori. I have a feeling I know who you are, but maybe you'd like to expose yourself, just so I know for sure. But yeah, maybe black is completely winning again. Who knows? Let's have a look. I've got 2 minutes to take a look. So g5 was actually top move. Damn. And in this position, funnily enough, g3 is actually strongest. Maybe. But okay, engine is taking time. g3 or f takes g5. So, okay, I'm glad to see that actually, upon reflection, when talking about this, g3 actually wasn't as bad as I first thought. Let's have a look at this. So if gf4, apparently there's nothing here. Wow, and we just take with either piece, and we don't care. Like, all of these exchanges, I mean, I just didn't like this at the end. Like, the fact that my pawns are ruined, but I guess this is just nothing. This is just nothing for black. I mean, in a way, like, we've got rid of their bishop pair. Sure, their king is no longer weak, but our king isn't either. And yeah, I should probably have tried harder to see this final position and evaluate, because in this position, I almost probably stopped at the idea of just weakening my king, which is too early to stop. I should calculate this longer. So actually g3 I think is really, really interesting. Although rook b d8 apparently continues the game. And I guess here, maybe then, like, now you can consider this taking on g5, and at least you don't have this line of taking on h2. So maybe it's actually an improvement, right? But this was my thinking, and I was just fairly happy here. bc4, my idea was knight c4, so I'm glad to see this wasn't like a blunder or something. This is still playable. Engine prefers rook f8 first, but knight c4 is definitely legit. And yeah, this is actually just playable as well. Bishop e5 is what they want, so they keep the bishop pair. But here, I guess you even pick up the pawn. This is very interesting. So, okay, I've got 1 minute until my lesson, so I'm gonna have to go. But yeah, I think actually G3, I should have given it more thought. But okay, even if I made some mistakes, I think it's still important to try and calculate over a real board from time to time, or even just calculate on the screen. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. When's your next event? My next event is possibly the English Championships, which is taking place in a couple weeks. But yeah, unfortunately, guys, I have to get moving. I've got a lesson to teach. So see you guys round. Adios.